This is a very lovely Bubu dress with an asooke detail on the neck and a V slated to the side with organza ruffle at the hem. If this is something you would like to learn, please keep watching. It's so beautiful. Once again, you are welcome to Sew Junkies. So what you need for this tutorial, you need 6 yards of organza, you need 2 yards of crepe, which is the main fabric, and then you have a little piece of asooke from our previous tutorial. So what I did is to fold the fabric on the by 60 length. On the by 60 length, you fold, first of all, you fold the 2 yards into 2, and then you fold on the by 60 length. So on the by 60 length, you have 30 inches, and then on the main length of the fabric you have 36 inches. I hope you got that. You have 2 yards, you fold into 2, then you fold on by 60 length. Just that simple. So please, if this is your first time on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Watch out for our other videos. We have a lot of videos on the page that would interest you. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to arrange the fabric properly so that you don't have any part that is not properly aligned, so that when you put your measurement, you know that by the time you finish cutting, you just get exactly what you want. So I'm pinning it down. You know, crepes, sometimes they can be very funny. You just put measurement and cut out, and at the end of the day you have some that gets short along the way. So I'm just trying to arrange it so that we have a very well seated fabric. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm measuring from the center front to the sleeve hem. From the center front to the sleeve hem, I just want to have a straight base at that point. If you know how you take it, you put your tape at the back of your neck, and then you measure to the length of the sleeve that you want. That is what I'm putting here. Here I have about 28, and that's just what I'm putting there. You do that for yourself, and I'm adjusting the pin so that it holds properly. So please, if you haven't subscribe. Please encourage us by liking our posts. Yeah, we'll be so happy. So I'm done marking out all the measurement on this side of the fabric. Don't forget, it is the side that has that 4 opening that is our sleeve opening side. That's the side of the dress. So just mark it out and then cut it out. Since I've already adjusted the pins, we should be good. So I'm just cutting it out like so. Just cut out where you marked. Just cut out. It is a simple project. If you put your heart to it and you follow through with the video, you'll see that it's a simple project. I know you heard me a million times. So now we just turn the dress to the side where we can actually work with it. So now the next thing I'm taking neckline 3x1. Don't forget, we are cutting back and front together. So when we are doing that, we'll always work with the back neckline so that you don't mistakenly cut out the front neckline for the back. If you have made that mistake before, you know how terrible you feel when you do that, especially if it is not even the style. So please, we're always cutting the back neckline first. So after that, we're just going to measure out the slope of the shoulder. For this project, I'm using 2 inches. You mark out 2 inches at that shoulder slope, and then you connect it to the neck width, the neck point, 2 inches. You see, I'm adjusting the pin 2 inches, and then you also cut it out. That way it just it just flows to your sleeve down without hanging anywhere. Some people actually do sew bubu without cutting a shoulder slope. Maybe it's okay, but I really prefer sewing with a shoulder slope that is measured out for bubu. It just sits well on your shoulder. So we're done with the shoulder slope, we're done with the back neckline. So the next thing I'm just going to start working with now, I'm removing the pin so that I'll set one of these out as the back, and then start working with the front neckline. Because the front neckline is asymmetry, it is slanted to one side, we can't actually just do our usual center front unfold cut the neckline. We have to notch. See, I'm notching the middle point, the center front of this dress, and then I flip this dress to the right side out. If it's easier for you to work with the from the back of the dress, fine, but I'm working from the front neckline. So I took about 8 inches, 8 inches or 7 inches if 8 inches is too wide, but you have to consider that your head circumference has to go through. So I took 8 inches, but because the person is even busty. But if you are a less busty person, you can use 7 inches. I used 7 inches, and I just extended that 3x3 down, and I also extended that other 3x3 down. As you can see what I am doing. So please, if you're not understanding, let me know. I will explain better. So now we have the midpoint, the left hand side of the neck and the right hand side of the neck. So we are deciding, we will decide where we want the slant to be. The neck slant is on the right hand side. The neck is slanted to the right hand side. I later made that correction. The neck is slanted to the right hand. So the correction I'm making is that where I slanted it to was the left hand side. So I had to do the correction again, looking at the style properly and knowing that the right side of the cloth is facing me. So I had to make that correction, you get. So please decide where you want your slant to be, and once you've decided that, you take the slant to the side you've decided. For me, it is the right side of the cloth, and don't forget, we are working with the front side of the right side of the cloth. So from that front neckline now, I decided, okay, I'll go down by 4 inches. Then I connected that 4 inches to the neckline depth. You see what I did? It is just that easy. The tricky part is to know which side is your left side and which side is your right side, and which side you want to take the slant to, and then you do it. Come down by 4 inches and slant to that neck depth of yours. If your neck depth is 8 inches, slant to it. You just join the 2 points together and you have your beautiful neckline. Isn't that easy? If it's not easy, let me know. Just tell me. So junkies, this thing is not easy. It's not easy rara at all. It's not easy, but I tell you, it is easy. See how beautiful it is. So most of those neckline you have it asymmetry, slanted to one side, you always work with it like this. You don't cut it on fold. If you cut it on fold, you have a problem. It will not come out like this. You have a different neckline altogether. So I'm placing my asooke, because my asooke is going to be my facing. So I'm placing my asooke at the bottom so that I can cut it. I can cut the neckline, the exact neckline out. But even if you don't do this, you can place it on it, pin it, and just sew, then you cut it out. But I prefer to actually cut, so that by the time I'm done cutting, I'll just know that I already have my neckline set aside. So guys, how are you enjoying the video so far? Let us know in the comment section. We are always in the comment section giving you feedback, helping you understand better the part of the video you did not understand and the part of the audio you did not hear. This was a fun tutorial for me. I'm just trying to clean out the marked line. So please, you know that you are working with the front. If you are going to use this part, you are going to follow this tutorial by marking out the front of the cloth. You always clean out the choke. So please don't forget to do that. Just put your fabric in water, a piece of fabric in water. If you have a very scented soap, just use it to wipe it off. It doesn't take long, it doesn't take much effort. So now you just cut it out. Don't forget, you see that I pinned it. Crepe can be so funny. You place it on this side. When you are cutting, it will dance and jump to another side. So please always use your pins so that your work comes out very well. You see that the asooke was placed at the back, and I'm telling you, you just go over to the sewing machine and sew exactly like so. So by the time you finish sewing, you flip it to the front, to the right side of the fabric, and then you are done. So I also cut a facing for the back neckline. You can decide which shape you want for that back neckline. You can decide which design you want for the back neckline. Please don't let me be the one to tell you which shape. That's what creativity is about. Unless the customer actually say do it exactly like this, don't bother yourself. Just flow with your creative mind. The human mind is very creative. As long as you are open to that source of inspiration, you always get inspired. And that's how designers come up with very creative designs. They look at a design and then say, oh, I'm not going to make it exactly like this, I'm going to add a twist, and it comes out very well. So please do well to keep watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll appreciate a like. We'll really appreciate your like and comment. So take it over to the sewing machine and also sew. As you can see, I'm done sewing. I'm done joining the front, and I joined the shoulder with a French seam. That's what I'm showing you. Most times that's what I do for shoulders. Maybe I'll be extending this to the entire dress. It's really lovely. It makes your work so neat. You won't even see any edges to actually weave. So we're done with the sewing. It was just sew from the back and flip to the front. So don't forget, we still have your organza. Your organza, you cut it into two. 3 yards of organza, you cut it into two and just gather. You cut it into two on the length side and just gather. That's what I did. So here I'm just arranging the gathers so that my gather doesn't go to one side. You gather for the front and you gather for the back. Don't forget, we've also hemmed the sleeve opening. I used 7 inches for the sleeve opening. So once you had your organza, you just go to the weaving machine if you have one and just weave it down, press it. So another thing I did was that by the time I was done with my project, I saw that the organza was just transparent. So I bought about 2 inches of lining, and I just cut it into two, and I just also had it to the side of the organza. That's what I did. I did not gather it. I just sewed it straight to the entire length of the organza, and that's what I did. So it became better. But if you don't mind the transparent organza, you can leave it like that. Just join the sides together, weave it, and your bubu is very ready. So if you have fabric enough, you can make an attire. If you're someone that likes wearing bubu and adding a tie, you can make an attire. So just join together, couple your dress, and then you are done with the project. Please don't forget to always weave rough edges. It gives beauty to your work. Iron your work, and that will be all. So isn't this beautiful? Wasn't this an easy project to learn? I'm glad to have had you here. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.